Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at first alert hardwired smoke detectors. Now, in my house, we have gone 18 years without replacing any smoke detectors, and we have a hardwired system. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace hardwired smoke detectors. So it's a very simple process to replace hardwired smoke detectors. All of them are going to come with a wiring harness, which will have a hot wire, which is the black, neutral wire, which is white always, and then there's a communication wire that can be yellow, which it was on the old alarms. These have orange, and it's connecting up to a red wire that runs throughout the house. They came in a pack of 6 from Amazon, and we already have 2 of them installed. These are little dust covers for them, kind of like a shower cap, which are neat. So what you're going to need to do, or what you're going to need for this, you're going to need a screwdriver and a decent pair of wire strippers. Each smoke detector will come with its own manual, which you can tuck up underneath the smoke detector while it's mounted on your ceiling or wherever you're going to mount it. So the first step with doing any electrical work, you're going to need to disconnect the power from the house. And that can simply be done by removing the electric meter on the outside. Just kidding, you should never do that. Just shut off the circuit breaker, and we're going to show that in the next step here. It is a very simple thing to replace these. Even a 13-year-old can do it. So let's get to it. So you want to locate what breaker is for your smoke detectors, whether it's branched off of another circuit. In my house, it has number 11, circuit 11, is the smoke detector circuit. It's only a 15 amp breaker, so let's go ahead and shut that off. You're always going to want to make sure that that's shut off because it could be the end of you if it's not. And you should always check before you do any work that it is off. So let's get to taking it off of the ceiling now. So now the next step is just to unscrew the detector until it comes off. And then you got these 2 screws, which I'm going to stop and unscrew. So now with this unscrewed, it just comes off like that. And that exposes 3 wires in here. A little tab fell out on the box. So you have the white wire, neutral, black, which is the hot wire, and then the connection wire that lets them communicate with each other. So what you're going to want to do is remove all 3 of these wire nuts. Let's do that now. And the power is shut off. We're going to check that once we get these off. Alright, so now that these are off, what I'm going to do, just to make sure that it's completely safe to touch, take a screwdriver and go across that. So there's no voltage here. So what we now need to do is remove this old wiring harness. So I'm going to stop and do that. So now with this old wiring harness removed, set that off to the side, we have the new wiring harness. We're going to start by removing these pre-stripped tabs, and then you want to twist the wires together. And now these can be installed without the communication line, but we want that communication line connected. So we're just going to take these wire strippers and strip that. Take a little more off here quickly so it's nice and easy to connect. So now we're going to twist on these wires. Doesn't really matter what order you do it in. Get a wire nut. Make sure that they're good and tight on here. You can pull on them, make sure that they're in good. Now, make sure that you connect the wires up with their corresponding colors, making sure to twist them before you put the wire nuts on. That one's on good. And now the neutral. Which we're just going to put on like this. And they're all in good. So now I'm going to stop the video so I can tuck all this back up in and screw this plate back on. So now with that plate back on. We're just going to put the wiring harness on. Yeah, that's right. Make sure that that clicks in. Tuck these wires back up in here. Now that's on there, and if I press this button, it'll set off all the alarms in the house. So that's how you install a smoke detector. And the next step, of course, will be to turn the power back on in the basement, or wherever your breaker box is, and you're done. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe.